Hello everyone. My name is Peter. Welcome to the true stories being shared here. Please sit back and listen to today's story. My boyfriend believes my dog has behavioral issues. I'll try to keep it brief, but it's going to be longer than I anticipated. I live with a roommate, 23rd floor, who's also my best friend. This summer, two things happened. One of my family's dogs fell severely ill, and my stepfather left our family 2 days before my half-brother's birthday. Needless to say, things got hectic, and I moved back home for a few months to help care for the dog and try to bring some stability for my brother. Euthanizing the sick dog was excruciating. My mom also had to find a new place because her salary alone couldn't cover the old house. She found the perfect home, but the landlord didn't allow pets. However, my landlord agreed, and after settling things with my roommate, I decided to bring Galahad home. I've always adored Galahad, but since he moved in, we've been inseparable. Nothing makes me laugh like this little dog does. My roommate adores him, and we often joke that he's our child. My friends love him too because he's so cute and tends to attract everyone. It seems everyone but my boyfriend. My boyfriend has never cared much for Galahad. I guess indifferent is the best word if you could apply that to a relationship with a dog. I always thought it was because he's a cat person. He has 2 cats at his place, and it never really bothered me until last weekend. I was planning to attend a dog Halloween party hosted by the Humane Society. My roommate was going too. We'd dress up as medieval maidens, and Galahad would be a knight. I was excitedly telling boyfriend about this and showing him our costumes when he freaked out. He said Galahad shouldn't be around other dogs or even strangers due to his behavioral issues. I was taken aback because Galahad is very sociable with dogs and people and has never shown aggression. Boyfriend rambled on, but here's the gist. When Galahad wants attention, likes to be cuddled or petted, he will lick your feet or legs, usually just once. I don't mind this, but I realize not everyone feels the same. When guests are over, I try to divert and redirect him from doing this, but I let my guests know they can tell him no. When he hears no, he won't repeat the behavior. When a stranger walks into the house, Galahad will bark a few times. It's not an aggressive bark, but more of an attention-getting sound. The only times he barks are when he needs to go outside or when he sees me take out the food bag. Galahad sleeps on my bed on a special blanket. Boyfriend doesn't like this, so when he stays over, I put Galahad in his crate in my room. One night, boyfriend insisted the crate be in another room. I complied, but Galahad hated it and cried for about 30 minutes until I brought him back to my room. After that, he went to sleep normally and slept through the night. Galahad likes to be watched when he eats. This started when the other dog was put down, and I noticed Galahad losing a lot of weight and eating very little. I had to coax and encourage him to eat, eventually having to sit at the table next to his bowl with him for about 15 minutes while he ate. Boyfriend listed all these issues, including that I'm too obsessed with Galahad, and concluded that he thinks I should send Galahad to live with my family. I explained why that wasn't an option. He said he didn't want to come to my place anymore, as long as Galahad was there. I asked him if that was an ultimatum, and he told me to take it however I wanted. This week our communication has been minimal, and boyfriend still seems very upset with me. My roommate is furious about it. I just want to resolve everything peacefully. Should I take Galahad to dog training classes? I can't afford a personal dog trainer. I think Galahad is mostly just a normal Dachshund. Am I wrong? I'm very confused. TLDR, it's a long story. Boyfriend is angry about my dog's behavioral issues. I don't see these issues as severe as he claims. How can I keep everyone happy? Related opinion. The luckiest loser 23. This isn't a behavioral issue. He's still mourning the loss of his buddy and your family members. Now if he was running around peeing everywhere, or jumping up and biting people, maybe. I think your BF is used to a cat's lifestyle, needing less attention and independence. Dogs are the opposite, requiring a lot of time and love. If he doesn't want to come when the dog is there, that's his choice. But it says a lot about his character when faced with a problem. It's his way or no way, no compromise. Does he not like dogs in general or just this one? OOP. It's odd because I find him quite friendly with other dogs, talking and petting them. Never with my dog, he mostly ignores him. I've noticed that he's been quite stubborn before, but I've never had an issue getting along with him. The luckiest loser 23. Maybe he thinks the dog takes up too much of your time, so he gets less. I really don't know, it seems kind of weird. Just that he has a problem with Galahad. Has he ever said he wouldn't live with a dog? OOP. One time he said he didn't think his cats would like Galahad. The only real pet talk we've had is when he told me I post too many pictures of Galahad on Instagram. I had just brought him home, so I was very excited and a bit over the top, laughing loudly. Update 1. I've been asked to update, so here it is. I want to thank everyone who took the time to respond. I received some questions asking if I'm downplaying Galahad's behavior, and I think I am. Mainly the barking. Galahad only barks a few times when someone enters the house, but he's loud. It can be startling for those unfamiliar with him. Also, wants to be watched while eating. I think I downplayed it because I've been trying to make it a habit of mine easily, and I feel very guilty that he's lost so much weight. However, this isn't normal behavior and needs to be addressed. With that in mind, I've decided Galahad should enroll in a dog training class, and hopefully I can address his other behaviors with a professional. I plan to tell boyfriend about this on Halloween and hope things will go smoothly. Well, they didn't. I texted boyfriend on Halloween morning that I wanted to come over and talk before or after the Humane Society's Halloween party. He didn't respond, so I, roommate and Galahad got dressed and went to the party. It was a blast, and I could tell Galahad really enjoyed having dog companions. On the way home, boyfriend called me and told me to come over to talk. I told him I had to drop roommate and Galahad off first, then I would come right over. He just hung up. I got to his apartment, and I could see he was angry. He asked why I hadn't gotten rid of Galahad. I told him I wouldn't abandon my dog but would take him to classes. Boyfriend said that wasn't enough. We fought for a while. Neither of us would bend. Eventually we broke up. I went home, and roommate could tell I was crying. So we spent the night watching Bill and Ted, drinking, and calling the ex-boyfriend a medieval weed. I'm so lucky to have such a great friend. TLDR, I chose Galahad over a medieval weed. Galahad is going to training classes. Related opinion. Vinay 92. I predict there will be regretful messages from your ex-boyfriend in less than 7 days. OOP. You might be right. I've always done what he wanted before. I've had no problem accommodating him. I think he's expecting me to back down, but I have someone else to think about now, you know. Ladic 2093. Reply to his messages with pictures of the dog. OOP. The most important person in my life. Update 2. I'm pretty sure this will be my last update on this topic, unless something crazy happens. Thank you all for the support in my previous posts. So last Saturday, I got a surprise visit from X. I asked roommate to watch Galahad in another room while I talked to X. He actually showed up with a box of dog treats. They were for big dogs, so they were too large for Galahad, but it was a really sweet gesture. We talked about a lot of things for a few minutes, then X apologized, saying he missed me and wanted me back. Although I've been playing hard in my posts, I really love this guy and breaking up was hard. We started talking about how we could make it work. He suggested we could hang out at his apartment, and if he came to my place, Galahad would be put in another room away from us. I told him I needed time to think and I wasn't ready to go back to being official. His demeanor completely changed. He was silent for a while, then said, "What the hell?" His voice became angry. I'm not sure if I spoke up or not, and he continued about how I should be accepting his apology, that he's doing everything he can to make this relationship work, and I'm intentionally sabotaging it. I could feel tears welling up, and he said, "And now you're about to cry." Roommate walked into the room, a living room/kitchen, and went to get something from the fridge. I guess X took that as his cue and stood up and left without saying anything more to me. So to paraphrase Taylor Swift, we are never getting back together. Since then, I've blocked him on all social media except Instagram, where I post pictures of Galahad. It's petty, but it makes me feel better. The other news is that I'm training Galahad to eat on his own. So far, it's been a mixed success, but slow and steady wins the race. TLDR, X and I tried to work things out but didn't.